Red Lobster. It's probably one of the last times I'll ever come or be allowed in. So I got the brownie sundae to go because they were closing. I came like last minute. I came like right before, and actually it was really cool because it felt like we're lining up for a club because I haven't been to a dance club in forever. And I'm wearing my Saturday night makeup, which is the Too Faced palette purple. And people always laugh when I do that, and when I did that in high school. And my pearl earrings and this sweater, like fall sweater coat with a hood. Kind of looks witchy. I did not mean to do that because I'm not a witch. I'm a Christian evangelist. I'm going to church tomorrow morning, so don't even get started thinking that. But I am a jaguar. Recently discovered that, remembered where I come from in the jungle, and that I am a jaguar spirit, a spotted jaguar, not a black one, spotted jaguar. So I am part of the lion family, and I'm thinking about that a lot lately, and then it's like, oh, well, that's why I'm always like, you know, out at night late and prowling around and like enjoying independence and stuff. And I like fish, so I'm eating, you know, seafood and stuff, so I'm just like, you know, like eating the seafood like a jaguar, because I guess jaguar is like fish in the river. And so now it all makes sense. And so yeah, okay, do a little, there's Red Lobster. I wish I could zoom in. You can see the lobster on the front. I spent way too much money singly as a you know, individual. I ate way too much. I had cranberry juice. Like when I was 3, I would always come here with my mom and my dad, and they'd get me a cranberry juice, and when you hit the bottom of the glass with the ice cubes in the bottom, you get that like chill in your teeth, and it reminds me of being a kid. And the carpets, they have carpets, and like I love that. There are so few restaurants that actually have that like 70s vibe with the carpets. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to see carpets finally. All the restaurants here are all modern and like white cube, and everything is like super sleek, and it's so annoying and I hate it. And even the buildings, you know, they're making all these buildings that are like gray and black and drab looking and boring, and they're all modern, and so they're like trying to make it look all archontic. But they had, in this restaurant, they had carpets, and they had like wood on the walls, and they had like the old style paintings and the lamps hanging. The only new thing they had was that, like, you know, card inserter thing that's like Bluetooth or something, because it's like it's like a thing on the table and you like put your card in. I felt so nerdy going by myself. It felt so weird. Sorry, I feel like I was like, oh, table for one, you know, like single life. I don't know, why does it feel like that? I don't know, it feels like I'm a weirdo because I'm just going alone. But you know, it was really fun. It was really good, and I'm right near where I always turn. I always see Red Lobster. I always think I want to go here, and like right before restaurants are all closing down. I can't wait to just go to this one. So it was really nice to go to this one and have it reminds me of 2018. Oh my gosh, my ice cream is probably melting right now, but I'm having so much fun on a Saturday night alone. End of the summer, school starting soon. Not me, but I remember that scary feeling when school's starting. It's like so anxious, like oh no, homework. It's like I can feel that in the air, and like the chilly like September breeze. She's like the wind. Da-na-na-na. Makes me want to go on a bike ride right now. And it's like only like 10. No, it's only 9:30. The party's just getting started, but Red Lobster is closing, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, the fish was so yummy. I have a thing for seafood. Like, it's my parents' fault, because when I was like 4, they got me into like mussels and shrimp, and yeah, mussels and shrimp basically. So my favorite thing in the entire world is seafood. I just belong in the sea. I'm a mermaid, okay? I eating those fish. And I feel like Alice in Wonderland in that scene where the walrus and the walrus and the carpenter, you know, that scene. I know it's not good, isn't it? Especially if I'm not vegan. I'm not vegan, then I'm okay. with that. I used to be vegan actually when I was 23, and so sorry. Yeah, I feel bad that I'm not vegan because someone I really like is vegan, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not vegan. It's interesting because like meats and vegetables, I'm good. Like I'm good. My stomach is fine with that. But when it comes to carbs, I cannot eat carbs. Like I swear to you, I'm a jaguar. Jaguars don't need carbs. We don't need cake or pasta, sugar, cassava. We don't need plantain. We don't eat that. No, we don't eat that. In the jungle, we just eat fish and the vegetables. So from the you know, that we find. But we don't need the carbs. As for the spiritual communication, it's on a strong game. I have tried the smoothie. I'm a fool to think that vous être parler avec moi. I'm really a fool to think that you're speaking to me in these videos, but I'm just gonna talk back anyway and just say, yeah, I made this movie and it was outer worldly. It was literally like I was taken to a cellular vibrating atmosphere, and it quenched my cells. I don't know what it was. Was it the lemon juice? Was it like the ginger? In the video you'll see I barely put any ginger in. I just put the pumpkin pie seasoning because I didn't have any ginger. I tried what I could, and I didn't put flaxseed because I'm sorry. I know you're gonna say, but they have benefits, flax seeds, but men, not good for the prostate, not good for my estrogen levels, because I've already got really high estrogen levels, and too high, they're like too high, and that's just not good. That's cancer causing. It's probably, yeah, I mean, you could argue it's from the beef and from the cream and milk, but you know what? It's from stress too. It's from stress, and the progesterone balances that in women. For men, with, you know, I just worry because just don't put the flaxseed in. Okay, chia seeds, amazing, they're so good for you. The flax seeds make me worry about you because I want to make sure you're okay, and I don't want you to eat flax seeds because I'm scared that it's not good for your testosterone, because you've already got really high testosterone and you should keep it that way. You are lucky because a lot of men don't have high testosterone, and you don't want the flaxseed to like imbalance it. Like soy, don't eat soy. Do not eat tofu if you're a vegan. Try to eat something else, or just don't be vegan anymore. Yeah. You know how girls will pressure their boyfriends to be vegan? I'm like pressuring you, my friend, soul friend, not to be vegan. But you know what? The communication game is strong, and you're very strong and disciplined to be able to do that. Although at first I was a little bit upset that you were vegan, because I'm like, oh no. Like 2015, I was so into it, and I was following Freely, the banana girl, and the other girl with the curly hair, I forget her name. And I was following them. And then I was like, oh, it's a scam to make people unhealthy because we need meat. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it. We need meat. And guess what? I'm on keto now. Except I still eat a lot of carbs until the rush of the restaurants is over. When the rush of the restaurants is over, I'm going back to keto. And I'd love to share that with you if you want to, but then again, how can I share keto with you if you're vegan? Because then you can't eat meat. Maybe I'm just too emotionally immature. Or maybe I'm too immature. Like I'm too immature to be friends with you or whatever, because I don't agree with vegan, unless they're okay for you. Because if they're okay, I mean, they're okay. I'm not gonna judge on that. But like, please don't eat flax seeds, G. Please. The smoothie recipe was on point. I just wish that you could have done a video, as I said. Yes, Tula is me. I am Tula, and I'm a weirdo freak. I believe I'm making this video, but I also really love the Swarovski. I find it adorable that you did the Swarovski thing, and it was super cute and adorable and hot and sexy too, and enchanting. And I don't know how you heard it, don't know how you heard the mask thing either, and it just kind of like affirms we know, and what we're finding out about ourselves, like who we are, like you said, who we are, like remember who you are. Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. And I'm gonna go pretty soon because people are gonna think I'm weird sitting in the parking lot just talking about Red Lobster and other topics. I shouldn't judge you if you're vegan. You probably aren't gonna judge me for being not vegan, so come as you are. You know, honestly, if you love someone, or if you, well, really like someone, you're gonna accept them for who they are no matter what. So I accept you for being vegan if that's what you are, naturally. So yeah, we gotta share our knowledge, but then we also gotta be ourselves. So for me, I would say I love the smoothie recipe. Am I controlling? Maybe I'm a little too controlling. Let me know, because like I don't want to be controlling. I'm having a fun night. I hope everybody watching this is having a fun night. I'm gonna go home and maybe go on a bike ride, an enchanting September bike ride with the wind. I love the wind. And I guess I'll just take this. I mean, I'm really happy that I met that guy outside. It was just nice to talk to another person. He was like, are you waiting? How long are you waiting? You know, I'm like, oh, did they ask for your phone number? So I was a minute like, I didn't put my phone number. I'm worried. But then I went in with him, and then the lady said, my table's already ready. Last thing. Sorry, someone just commented on my video saying welcome trending top this year. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, so me and Brandon had this big thing happen, and now it's kind of like I'm not sure what's going on. We're gonna see what happens, but we broke up, then we kind of got back together but not really, and then he moved out, and now so that was all that was for. We broke up over some I'll be honest about it. I was lied to about him taking the V, and he lied to me about taking the V. He wasn't going to tell me, and his friends pressured him into getting it. Then he called me a crazy person and told his friends I was crazy for the stuff I believe in, and it was a big blow up, and he acted not like himself for a long time because of the spikes. And it wasn't two of them, if you know what I'm saying, it's just one of them, and lied to me about it. And it broke my heart because it made me realize that a lot of things I was saying weren't being heard at all. It made me feel like all the things I've ever talked about, all the different car rides, the different outings, the different walks, hours and hours and hours of teaching and talking and preparing us to fight, because this is a spiritual war and we have to be strong, and it wasn't being heard. So that broke my heart and really made me decide that I was not in the right relationship. So I broke up with him. It was dramatic. We were walking on this street, really traumatic and dramatic, but it was like the grid was really like connecting. Like the grid was just like firing up. Like it was like, and now we have this happen. You know how the grid does that interactively, right? It pulses at you, and it's just like, plant this on her, plant that. So then someone else I knew broke up with their boyfriend, and it was a huge bad thing. With Brandon, there was more. There was a male to female trans at his work. The girl forced herself on him outside of work, kissed him on the lips. She was everything I used to be, apparently, that I lost because of being so Christian now. And like, so she liked Lana Del Rey and Marilyn Monroe, and she had all my interests. She called him her country cowboy, etc, just like everything like me, like a clone consciousness being placed into her. Her acting, but then her not looking like me at all. She doesn't look like me at all. And the funny thing is, not funny, but sad thing is that the middle name is a male's name. It's really sad. It's just, it made me tear up, because I was like, oh my gosh, that is sad beyond belief. You know, just the fact that you have to change your gender, just so sad. And this is coming from, well, kind of like, I used to identify as him. I used to dress as a male. I used to have a male alter name, as you guys know, Ollie. So like I also know how that is. I was also lesbian into girls, so I know how that whole thing is. But I know this is very controversial and will get my channel something, but like honestly, it's just sad to see a male born wanting to change to a different gender and chemically forcing themselves into something else. So I was talking to somebody else about this too. But anyway, the cheating element, the anger like I hadn't seen in years came out of him. So this was all from the spike, but it's also a soul expression that he was hiding from me. And honestly, it was grounds to give up. There was more things that happened, but it was grounds to say goodbye and say it's over and break up. And I actually changed my status on Facebook, which is like not like me. I never ever changed my status. It all happened on our anniversary week. It was very telling that there was something going on with the grid. Might have been even intervention from people, close people that are linked to me, close people in Toronto. Anyway, with all of that, and that was Come Clean. I did a video on that, but I never posted it. It was too raw and I didn't feel confident in that video, and I was actually going through emotions that were raw in that video, and I just felt like it was too raw. It was too intimate to put online, if you know what I mean. And I rambled a lot in that video. I know you're like 21 minutes, Tanya. I'm like, I know, but that video was like 2 hours, 3 hours long. So we're in a quantum reality, and time and space quantumly don't exist, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, can you just believe all this is happening at once? I mean, Brandon is coming back to his senses. I don't want to blame him. I don't want to pin it on him like, oh, he's a bad person. He's going through stuff, and he just injected himself with spikes that could literally create these, the graphene will allow demonic possession. So I know it's like I'm coming up with excuses. I'm not. We broke up, it's true. He's not here in my house anymore, so that's true too. And the thing is I'm just saying it is what it is. And there might be people behind this trying to have made this happen, and I'm just like, if people are like, those people are watching my channel, haha, you guys didn't do anything. You just made, you helped God clarify. That's all you did. So and God broke us up. It wasn't really me, it wasn't him. God broke us up for a reason. We need to grow as people. So I needed to have alone time, he needed to have major alone time, so here we are. And but are we broken up? Is our future set in stone? No, and maybe it wasn't actually set in stone as much as I thought it was before. So my stomach was flipping in the Come Clean video I did right around our anniversary, talking about this in the beginning of August. But my stomach isn't flipping anymore. I'm alone. I am single. I am individual. I am my own responsibility, and I am a solitary sole proprietor of my life. I'm an independent contractor of my life right now. I'm just joking. I'm making little jokes on a fun Saturday night, but I'm an independent contractor right now, okay? And I'm living life as if I have nothing to fall back on, because before it was like a codependent thing. And honestly, I'm not too shabby about it. I'm actually kind of happy that I have a bit of space to myself to rediscover who I really am, and to rediscover bravery and strength again, which is really important. Well, I just had a delicious feast, and I'm going to go home now. And thanks for watching this video. I hope everybody's having a fun weekend and a fun Saturday night. I hope I didn't say too much. I hope I didn't sound too impish, talking to you, G, as I always am. And yeah, I just hope I didn't sound too impish. I think of you as a good person, and I care about you a lot. And I just hope that the silly comments I said I love the fact that you strive for the truth and strive for what works spiritually. Like, that's rare. And so yeah, don't let me control you or like my comments change anything. I be vegan. I could definitely try some vegan meals. I don't mind that, but I don't know about like fully going full throttle as a vegan. I I need iron. Honestly, don't look at it like that. I think that if your soul spark can't be altered no matter what they do to us here, and especially as the AA, I don't want to say too much, but you know what I mean. I hear your voice very often, so I don't have to I don't have to put it in a video like what we talk about, because we already talk about it. And is the fact that you don't need to manipulate what you have. What you have is already enough, and just to nurture it more and nurture it further. And God has given us these unique expressions of our souls that very few people on earth have. And I feel like we don't have to follow the social media. We don't have to follow the trends. We don't have to follow what is deemed correct, politically correct, blah blah blah. We are true rebels like Jesus was. We are rebels, and we find other ways to get around things. And but we do stick to Christianity. Like, for example, for me, I always want to get married. Like, my dream is to be married with children, and that's never going to change. I want to do it right. I might have done it wrong in the past, but I want to do it right going forward. I want to get married and have a marriage, a public marriage, and I want to, my dream of having children is another Christian thing of traditional values. And yeah, pretty much having a life that's curated and crafted around, the world's ruling, I guess, to still be able to fulfill the mission that we're here on earth for. And I've remembered a lot, so it's really great to come to this point. But I feel like I'm not perfect. I'm not even close. But so I hope everyone has a really good night. It was really fun to talk and go to a restaurant, and I've been scarred for a long time with PTSD, so going to a restaurant is difficult for me. But like, I'm really excited for the fact of actually just doing this by myself. This is the beginning of so many different solo journeys and adventures and stuff. It's exciting, and I'm sorry I'm such a weirdo sitting in the car, but it's so fun. It reminds me of 2017 so much. So okay, talk to you guys later. Talk to you later. You know who you are. Bye.